Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with a fun DIY for you all. I'm going to be doing this DIY by using some of my old kitchen items that I had discarded. If you watched my kitchen declutter video, you would have seen that I put aside some things to discard or to give away. So I'm using a couple of things from there and I'm going to upcycle them to make something really nice and fun. So this DIY that I'm making today, you can use it as a decor item for utility purpose and also as a pretty organizer, and it's going to be very summer and pretty bright colors. So what I'm making today is basically a cake stand. I'm going to be using old steel plate. Besides as a cake stand, you can also use it in different creative ways, which I'm going to show you towards the end of the video, so do watch till the end. I think it's really fun to use some of your household items or kitchen items that you don't use anymore and make it into seasonal decor or organizers. It's really fun. You can use your creativity, and this way you don't have to buy new decor items every time. You can just change your seasonal decors by doing some DIY and by upcycling things that you already have. So let's jump right into the video. But if you're new here, hi, my name is Astha. I make home and lifestyle videos on this channel, which includes DIY, organizing, decorating, etc. So if you're into all that, please do consider subscribing. Also, do not forget to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is astha_jaiswal31. Do join me there. I would love to hear from you guys over there. Now let's get started with the video. This is an old steel plate that I'm using here, and to make the stand I'm using this part of the mortar and pestle set that I had. I'm going to be sticking them together to make a cake stand, but before I stick them together I'm going to be painting them and I'm going to make some design on top of it. Later in the video I'm also going to be showing you the glue that I used to stick both the metal parts together. Now you can use the plate facing upwards or you can use it upside down. Totally depends on the kind of plate you're using and how you like it. I'm going to use 2 coats of white acrylic paint to give the base coat to cover the metal completely, because acrylic colors are completely opaque, so they make for a really good base. I'm using Fevicryl white acrylic color here. But on the top, to paint it, I'm going to be using chalk paints, which I'll show you in a bit. So this is how they look after 2 coats of acrylic paint. The paint is completely dried, but as you can see there are some brush marks and the finish of the acrylic is shiny. But for this cake stand I'm going for a matte look, for which I'm going to give another coat of this white chalk paint from Itsy Bitsy, and I'm going to be using this foam brush to paint it so that there are not as many brush strokes on it. If you don't mind the shiny look, you can obviously just leave it to that. You don't have to do another white coat. But since I'm going to be painting with chalk paints as well, so I wanted everything to be matte, which is why I'm giving another coat of white chalk paint on top of acrylic paint. Also, chalk paints are not completely opaque. You have to give like 3-4 coats to make it completely opaque over a metal base like this. So it's always a good idea to use gesso or acrylic paint as a base coat first. So this is how the chalk paint looks after it's dried. I think the camera is not picking up how beautiful it's looking. It's very matte and chalky and it looks really nice. So now to make the designs, I have some pictures saved on my Pinterest. So I'm going to be using, I'm going to just look at a few of the pictures and I'm going to freehand draw on top of the plate. I want to do like a summer floral design. So I think I'm going to be using something like this. So I'm not going for exactly the same design, which is why I'm just drawing it freehand. But if you want to go for like an exact design, you can always print it and trace it on top of the plate. But for this, I'm just going to be drawing it freehand. I've sketched out the outline of all the flowers and leaves that I wanted majorly. I'm also extending the design on the sides of the plate, which is going to be visible. These are the chalk paints that I'm using. They are from the brand Little Birdie from Itsy Bitsy. This is a set of 6 that I have. Plus I have 4 of these other colors that I already had. So I'm going to be using a combination of these colors to paint it. If you want to check out these colors, I'll drop a link in the description box so you can check it out. I'm starting with these shades of pinks, orange mixed with some white to give a nice light base coat for the flowers. As I told you, chalk paints are not very opaque in first coat, so I'm going to give a very light base coat first in all the places. And then once the base coat has dried, I'm going to be using darker shades to give the details to the flowers and leaves. So I finished all the base coat for the flowers and the colors actually matched the colors of my phone case. But now for the stems and the leaves, I'm going to use these 2 colors and I'm going to try and give like a shaded effect. Now this is how it looks so far with all the base coats done and the leaves and stems are done. Now I'm going to start using darker shades to give in the details into the flowers and add more depth into the design. So this is how it finally turned out. I like how it's so bright and nice. Now to seal the colors, I'm going to be using a matte varnish. This is the varnish that I'm using and it is from the same brand Little Birdie, again from Itsy Bitsy. So here I'm just dusting off any dirt that is stuck onto the plate with the help of this brush. And now I'm going to apply a generous coat of varnish all over the plate and I'm going to let it dry. While that dries, I'm going to be painting the stand also. For that, I'm just making three color stripes on the bottom of it. Again, I'm sealing it all with the varnish. Right now the varnish looks very shiny, but once it dries completely, it turns matte. So now I'm going to put the two pieces together, and to paste them together I'm going to be using this glue that I ordered from Amazon. It's called B7000. It's supposed to be very sturdy and can be used for a variety of materials like metal, wood, jewelry, toys, ceramics, and some electronics. So I'm going to be using that. It has a very fine tip, which is great because you can control how much glue comes out of it. It is pretty much clear and it's supposed to be very sturdy. So I'm just going to take the center of the plate and I'm applying the glue. Now I'm going to paste the stand and I'm going to put pressure onto it for a minute. According to the description on the packaging, it says that it takes about 3 to 6 minutes to dry, and for it to completely cure, it takes about 24 to 36 hours. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just put pressure on it for a minute and then I'm going to let it dry overnight so that it's completely fixed. I love how bright and colorful it turned out. It's totally giving me spring summer vibes. Let me know how you like it. Now I'm going to show you how you can use it in different ways in your house. The first way is obvious, to use it as a cake stand. You can use it for keeping cake or cupcakes or muffins or any kind of dessert. Just make sure that if you're putting any food into it, it should not be in directly contact with the paint or varnish because it's not food safe. So use only dry things or things that have some kind of a base to it. Another way in which you can use it is by using it as a centerpiece on your dining table. You can either put some decor pieces on it, or you can display your fruits on the dining table that you eat every day. This way it looks pretty and you will actually end up eating more fruits. You can also use it as an organizer in your kitchen for things that you like to display on your kitchen countertop. You can put those things on top of the stand. That way, it becomes like a functional decor and it also makes cleaning much easier. Last but not the least, if you have an open vanity or a chest of drawer, you can use this cake stand to display your favorite perfumes and other makeup products. This by far has to be my favorite usage of this, I think. It just looks so pretty, and I think the perfume bottles and the floral design on the cake stand just make it look very pretty and feminine. You can also use it to drop in your watches or earrings at the end of the day. These were just four ways, but of course you can use it in many different ways. Let me know in the comments which way was your favorite and how you would like to use it in your house. So this was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like the end result of the DIY that I made. And if you do make something like this for yourself, don't forget to post a picture on Instagram and tag me. I would love to see your version of upcycling household items or kitchen items in a fun decorative way. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share and comment. Do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I post my next video. I'll see you guys very soon. Till then, bye bye.